Why are you here today?
Well, I'm here to lend my support and to help spread awareness for Public Child Protection Wales, because what I feel is happening with Wales and pretty much all the UK and the world really with this RSE is that it's pushing an agenda on children which is sexualizing them and just opening them up to groomers and pedophilia, and quite honestly I see no benefit to the lesson content that they're trying to teach them. I mean, I've read the World Health Organization's own documents, and I've even studied a lot of what the Public Child Protection Wales law put out. I don't understand why you need to teach children as young as 3 to touch themselves, or why you should give them lessons on masturbation, or why even children under the age of 10, you know, starting from 7 maybe up to 10, that they can consent to such sexual acts. Now, you know, we've all got our own personal reasons, but as David was rightly saying, let children be children. They are innocent, they don't understand this stuff, and I could go on about a number of things, but one of the things I'm really concerned about is the danger that's coming down the road. I mean, right now, it may seem just like a harmless lesson that can go away, right? But I'm hearing stories from parents around where I live, and the children are coming home confused, they don't understand what they're being taught, they think that maybe doing these really sexual acts is kind of a normal thing, and it's kind of worrying the parents. I mean, I heard a story in Ireland or somewhere in the UK that the teachers were telling the child he could change his pronouns and his gender, and the parents weren't even being informed. It's like they're saying, when you come to the school, your children are ours, and that's why, even more shockingly in Wales, we don't have an opt-out. That's it, you know, once they're there, they're saying they're basically ours. And I was actually in the courtroom in Wales when they were trying to stop this, right? Because I'm trying to raise funds as well and, you know, help other people get involved in charity work. Because this is a very well-worthy cause. If you can't protect your children, if a society cannot protect its children, forgive me for saying it this way, but what the fuck do you stand for?
What's it for? That's your duty.
That is, I think, you know, the one thing we all have as a people, as a society, as a culture, is we have a duty to each other to protect children. I don't care if you're left, you're right, you're middle, or you're on the gender side of it all, or you just, you know, or you're on the woke side of it all. I think, you know, you need to really be having conversations and serious, hard discussions about this, and stop arguing back and forth with each other about who's right and who's wrong. Look, you can do these things later on in life. You know, it's not my business to tell you what to do with your life. But when it's coming into the school and it's just being saying, oh, they will be taught this, and it's integrated into every lesson. That's something I've learned. It's not just like, oh, like on a Thursday we'll learn RSE or CSE as they call it now. It's like, you know, they can be doing English, they can be doing maths, they can be doing history, but somehow it'll have that RSE sort of like content in it. And to me, that's dangerous, and it's just opening up the floodgates of pedophilia as far as I'm concerned.
And what do you think about the transgenders teaching little 3, 4, 5-year-old children?
I don't think it's
appropriate. Is it grooming? I believe it's grooming.
I would say it is grooming. I would say it's definitely opening a door that shouldn't be open to them right now. They could, look, all children have some form of gender dysphoria or confusion at some point in their lives, but as I've learned, most of them just grow out of it. Sometimes, you know, a boy dressing up in a dress does not mean he's got gender dysphoria. It just means he's playing around, you know. A girl playing with Action Man figure dolls and stuff like that does not mean that they need to start being considered for puberty blockers or, you know, gender transitioning. If you're telling children to do that as young as 4 and they haven't got any concept of what's going on, because they're barely just learning to walk and barely learning to talk, and now you want to open them up to this kind of thing? It's grooming and it's conditioning, you know. I mean, if there's a kinder word, but the real concern I have, because I'm seeing online with these child predators, right? The ones who go out and see the groomers, the ones who are trying to groom children online, you know, through TikTok, through social media. You know, if they suddenly now are connecting that to that, it's opening the door wide open for abuse. And you know, kids have got smartphones now and everything.
But do you believe it's by design? It's by design.
Yes, it is by design. This is not happening by accident. This is clearly an agenda put on by people who want to normalize the sexualization of children. That much is definitely obvious, because when parents try to raise these issues in the school boards, I've seen it happen in America. It's happening over here somewhat, but it's more prominent in America right now. They're shutting the parents down. They're saying, you know, this stuff you're teaching them in those books you show, right, with those very graphic trans things, they're saying they don't want to hear it. Well, if it's not good enough for you, and you're saying it's explicit for this room, why are you teaching it to kids?
Yeah, 100%.
Welsh government.
Do you know?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just please go to Public Child Protection Wales' fundraiser page. They're trying to raise money to continue the appeal and the court case. This will probably go on a lot more even if we win the appeal or even if we lose it. Or, they get what they want. But they need money, they need funds, and I think all parents should get behind that. That's the one thing. You can at least give a bit of money, just to help the cause.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.